Right, guys. So I told you I was gonna make a video about like little foods you can make. You know, if you're facing a hard time, you don't got too much money, or that'll fill you up, and it tastes pretty good. So it's like making little pizzas. These are actually medium sized. They're pretty big. Little pizzas out of flour tortillas. You know, you got your cheese, pepperoni, just some generic pizza sauce. It's whatever. What I got here is, I got four big meatballs. That's just for later. Maybe I'll put them in some pasta tomorrow. But I rolled up about six mini meatballs. Got some garlic salt, a little bit of garlic salt, garlic powder, some oregano. I'll save the basil for later. I'll put those small ones once they sear on all the sides on top of the pizza when I melt the cheese and all that. Right, y'all. So when the meatballs are finished, you don't have to do them, but I skim some of the fat, left some in. Then I just want to take just a little bit of that. I'm going to use this pan spray coating just to coat the bottom of the pan and get the tortilla ready to put in. So like I said, it's a pretty decent size. I mean, this pan is not too small. It's a medium-sized pan. I like to coat both sides with that. Normally I just do it just because. So now I'm going to flip it back over. I'm going to let it crisp a little bit on that bottom side, and then I'm going to add the sauce and the toppings and then cover it, and you'll see. Right, this is going to be a little hard, but once you have the bottom just crisp a little bit, I like to put maybe a full spoon and half a spoon of sauce and just work it to the edge. Bear with me, guys. I'm trying to, I want to go in full circular motions, but, not having my hands fully free, it's hard. You want to go all the way to the edges with the sauce. Same thing as you would with a regular pizza if you're making it traditional style, but we're not doing that today. We're doing it, damn, I need to eat and I'm broke. Yeah, you feel me? You know what I mean? So that's our first step. Now we're gonna add our first layer of cheese. This is a mixed blend. It's Parmesan, Asiago, mozzarella, just your typical stuff. Throw that in there. That's just your first layer. Make sure you turn the heat down a little bit. Now you can be as frugal or as abundant with the pepperoni as you want. Um, Excuse me, guys. Trying to separate them here. Typically like that, one in the middle, just so the whole thing is covered. Trust me, if you think it's going to be heavy after this, it's not. It's not. So now it's time for those mini meatballs that I made. Put those in here. Save the big ones, like I said, for some pasta later, tomorrow. Definitely not tonight. Okay. And top that off with another layer of cheese, as well as a little bit of oregano. That's always, you know, our thing. La Cosa Nostra. And a little bit of basil. And that's it. Now all you do is you cover up the lid. Make sure the heat is a little low. It's going to crisp on the bottom. And I'll show you the finished product. Right, so there it is, y'all. This is your homemade, cheap pizza. Trying to see if I can flip it without. See, it's crispy on the bottom. So it's kind of like, oh my god, bruh. It is what it is. But let me just tell y'all, I'll do it. Look, it's crispy on the bottom. It's nice here. It's cost effective. If y'all, in a bind, looking for something to fill you up, this will definitely do it. So, that's what I've had to do. So Told you I was going to make one of these, so this might be the first of many. I don't know. Hope y'all are doing well. Thanks for being here.